The National Aeronautics and Space Administration, NASA, is a pivotal agency of the United States government responsible for the nation's civilian space program and for aeronautics and aerospace research. Established on July 29, 1958, through the National Aeronautics and Space Act, NASA has played an essential role in the United States' efforts to explore space, advance scientific knowledge, and demonstrate leadership in the exploration and utilization of space technologies. The genesis of NASA, the space race era. The roots of NASA can be traced back to the Cold War era, a time when the United States and the Soviet Union were engaged in a fierce rivalry for technological and geopolitical supremacy. The space race became one of the key battlegrounds in this competition, and the Soviet Union's success in launching Sputnik, the first artificial satellite, in 1957, intensified the urgency within the United States to develop its own space exploration program. At the time, the U.S. had been experimenting with rocket technologies, but these efforts were fragmented and lacked coordination. This prompted President Dwight D. Eisenhower to establish NASA, which would consolidate the nation's space research and development efforts under one centralized agency. NASA's founding came only a year after the Soviet Union launched Sputnik, signaling a need for the U.S. to catch up in space technology and exploration. The early years and achievements. NASA's first significant success was the launch of Explorer 1 in January 1958, the U.S.'s first satellite, which helped to uncover the existence of the Van Allen radiation belts. This achievement marked the beginning of America's space efforts, following in the footsteps of Sputnik but also establishing a new direction for the U.S. space program with a focus on both research and peaceful exploration. NASA's early efforts were directed toward a variety of objectives, including developing rockets for space exploration, scientific satellites, and human spaceflight. In the 1960s, NASA began its famous human spaceflight program, the Mercury and Gemini programs, which paved the way for the Apollo missions. The Apollo program, which aimed to land humans on the Moon, was perhaps NASA's most famous achievement. The Apollo 11 mission, in July 1969, led to the historic moment when Neil Armstrong became the first human to set foot on the Moon. The Apollo program not only demonstrated American technological prowess but also symbolized the nation's ability to achieve ambitious, seemingly impossible goals through innovation and collaboration. NASA's role in scientific discovery. NASA's impact extends far beyond human space exploration. The agency has consistently been at the forefront of advancing scientific knowledge in areas such as astronomy, planetary science, and earth science. In the 1970s, the agency launched the Hubble Space Telescope, which continues to provide stunning images of distant galaxies and significantly expand our understanding of the cosmos. In addition to Hubble, NASA has launched numerous other telescopes and observatories, such as the Chandra X-ray Observatory and the James Webb Space Telescope, which have revolutionized our understanding of the universe. NASA also launched various missions to explore other planets in our solar system. The Mars rovers, including Curiosity and Perseverance, have significantly advanced our understanding of the Red Planet, providing key insights into its geology, atmosphere, and potential for past life. In addition, the Voyager missions, launched in the 1970s, continue to provide invaluable data as they travel further into interstellar space, carrying with them humanity's message to the cosmos. Aeronautics and Earth Science. NASA's mission is not confined solely to space exploration. The agency is also tasked with advancing aeronautics, the science of flight. NASA has developed cutting-edge technologies for aviation, such as quieter jet engines and more fuel-efficient aircraft. These innovations have been integrated into commercial aviation, improving the safety, efficiency, and environmental performance of air travel. Furthermore, NASA has made significant contributions to Earth science. Through satellite programs, NASA has studied Earth's climate, weather patterns, and natural disasters. This data has been essential in understanding climate change, predicting severe weather events, and managing natural resources. NASA's Earth Observing System and Earth Science Division continue to monitor and analyze various Earth systems to inform policies and global efforts aimed at sustainability. The Space Shuttle program and its legacy. One of NASA's most ambitious initiatives was the development of the Space Shuttle program, which began in the 1970s and continued until 2011. The Space Shuttle was designed as a reusable spacecraft that could transport astronauts and cargo into low Earth orbit. This program enabled the construction of the International Space Station, ISS, the deployment of numerous satellites, and the advancement of scientific experiments in space. While the shuttle program was a technological marvel, it was also marred by tragedy. The Challenger disaster in 1986, where all 7 crew members lost their lives, and the Columbia disaster in 2003, which claimed another 7 lives, underscored the risks involved in spaceflight. These tragedies led to major reviews of NASA's safety protocols and procedures, and though the shuttle program ended in 2011, its legacy lives on in the continued development of human space exploration technologies. International cooperation and the International Space Station. In the post-Cold War era, NASA has increasingly collaborated with other space agencies around the world. One of the most significant examples of this collaboration is the International Space Station, ISS, a joint project involving NASA, the Russian space agency Roscosmos, the European Space Agency, ESA, the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency, JAXA, and the Canadian Space Agency, CSA. The ISS has been continuously inhabited by astronauts since 2000, serving as a laboratory for scientific research and fostering international cooperation in space. NASA's contributions to the ISS, particularly through the Space Shuttle program, have been instrumental in its construction and operation. The ISS remains a hub for research in a variety of fields, including biology, physics, and materials science, with potential applications for life on Earth as well as in future space exploration. The new era, Mars and beyond. As NASA enters a new era of space exploration, its ambitions have grown even more ambitious. The Artemis program aims to return humans to the Moon by the mid-2020s, with an eye on establishing a sustainable human presence there. This is seen as a stepping stone toward eventual human missions to Mars, which NASA plans to achieve in the coming decades. Artemis will not only focus on human exploration but also facilitate scientific investigations of the Moon, aiming to gather insights into its resources and environment. NASA is also planning several robotic missions to Mars, including the Mars Sample Return mission, which will bring Martian soil samples back to Earth for further analysis. These efforts aim to uncover the mysteries of Mars' past and determine whether life ever existed there. The future of NASA. As NASA continues to push the boundaries of human knowledge, it faces new challenges, including limited funding and the increasing involvement of private companies in space exploration. Companies like SpaceX, Blue Origin, and others are working in collaboration with NASA, providing a new model for space exploration that blends public and private efforts. NASA's commitment to exploring the cosmos and advancing human knowledge remains unwavering. Whether it's through sending astronauts to Mars, unraveling the mysteries of distant exoplanets, or protecting our planet from climate change, NASA continues to inspire the world with its vision of the future, one that involves exploration, discovery, and innovation. In conclusion, NASA's legacy is one of unyielding curiosity and pioneering spirit. From the Apollo missions to the exploration of Mars, NASA has not only helped to shape the history of space exploration but also enriched humanity's understanding of the universe and our place within it. As it ventures into the unknown, NASA's mission remains as relevant as ever, to explore, discover, and improve life on Earth.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel.